with Sunshine Robbie. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for all the lovely messages. I'm here with another reading, and let's prepare ourselves again one more time with our hands in our heart. If you clicked on this reading, there's something here for you. So here we can connect to the cards, to the message, to our story, and what clarity we can bring, we can get from this. The clarity will come from things you already know, but maybe you're not ready to see, or maybe you are ready to see, but there's blockages stopping you, like a blind spot. And maybe the message can bring something that will clear that blind spot for you to clearly see what you need, because only you know what to do when you get that clarity. It's like an instant knowing. As soon as those blockages shift away, move away from our third eye, everything clicks like this. So I invite you to connect, and we'll get started. The zebra: spiritual symmetry, distinctiveness, and self-acceptance. The zebra has been coming up a lot for me, personally. So I've been paying attention to the messages that the zebra has had to give me. Okay. The zebra is about duality. The zebra is about acceptance. If you think about, the zebra is a species of horse, and it's the only one with stripes. So it's about acceptance in a collective. Yeah, it's about being distinct and unique. Maybe being an empath. Maybe you are an empath and you're feeling all these differences that you can sense in your own collective, in your own family. Why are you seeing the things you're seeing, and others are just continuing on those automatic? You seeing where they're coming from in their automatic. You seeing your own automatic and shifting out of that automatic. So why you? Why you? Okay. And that's a big question to ask. I think we all empath ask that question very early on in life. And it can be quite confusing. But let's see what the cards bring, because I've asked that question many times as well. Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God, I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. I love how the heart is here protected. Okay. The Mother of God. You came to this earth to bring the divine light through deeper layers of this 3D. We all bring the divine light, whether we are more empath or not. But the empath brings this soul wisdom of being here many times, many lifetimes on the earth. With all the experiences, with this bank of information of how to come back and bring the divine light through deeper layers of the 3D world. It's a big job. And why do we choose this? I've come to accept rather than question. I've come to accept rather than question. But every so often the question pops back up. Yeah. Why do we choose to come back? We have this heart very protected here. We protect all the divine light inside while we're going through the chaos of the 3D. while we're going through the trauma of the 3D, but we still protect the divine light, because we know as we are healing, as we are shredding those traumatic layers, we are finding that divine light within our heart. And you know you have found that divine light within your heart. You know it's there, safe and protected, and you did such a good job. You did an amazing job of protecting that light, but now it's time to break through the hard shell we protected, that we built around that heart chakra, and crack and let the light shine through it. And the more we crack that wall, the more we are sharing that divine light. And we need to feel safe to do that. We need to feel protected. And I want you to know that you are protected to shine that light now, that you are safe to shine that light now. You have gained the wisdom through your healing of how to keep that light shining. You're not going to fall through the same traps anymore. And this is what the divine is now asking us. Those that are accepting to be this empath, to bring deeper layers of self-love and unconditional love into the world. The ones that have done the work of protecting, the light of God within us. And now you're ready to illuminate and shine that light. Just be the beacon of light, the conduit from God, between God and earth. Yeah? You're just an antenna now to receive this light and share. There's nothing more we need to do or say. It's just about setting the intention that now you're ready to be the antenna and serve. You're ready to serve. Can you trust? Can you believe in that? And I think maybe the direction of the cards. Let's see. 8 of Pentacles, perfection. And like I said, there's nothing we need to do. We don't need to know what the energy is doing. We don't need to direct the energy. We don't need to manipulate the energy. We don't need to say the energy goes here, go there. We just need to open our channel or a vessel and set the intention that you are receiving the light through you like an antenna and sharing this light. Every moment of your own personal moment of presence, you're sharing the light. When you are present with others, you are sharing that light. You are sharing the light all the time, so we don't need to have a specific process, to have a specific way of doing. You will find your little ways, but you are sharing that light regardless whether you create a process for it or not. You are simply just sharing because you are ready. So perfection is probably something that is it stopping you from creating what you want to create with the divine? Perhaps you want to offer as a service and you don't know how, but you know you are already assisting in your everyday life. And take the aspect that you already assist in everyday life and look how many different ways you were able to assist. So it goes to show that there's no perfection, there's no specific way, there's no process. We can create our process, but we don't have to, because it's already happening. It's already happening. We're flawsome. We're flawsome because you are flowing. You're flowing with your presence. You're flowing with yourself. You're flowing with the energies that you're sensing straight away, almost instantly. There is no holding back. And you know healing is happening. You just know. How do you transform that into your own service? Right? How can you make that your job where you're earning and assisting? Yeah? How can you, I ask this question, how can I charge if the energy is flowing anyway? And this is one of my biggest questions is, how do I just do this, but then survive on this 3D, pay for the house, pay for food, pay for the bills, you know, but we are flowing. We are flowing all the time with this energy. It's already happening. We're already assisting people. And I think being grateful that we are already assisting people just by having a chat at the bus stop about the weather, but being present when we are, that is assisting so many people. Abundance, enjoy life fully. And that's what I think if we look at these moments that we know assistance happen through our presence, through those every little day moments, we know how abundant we are. This is the abundant moment. To know that we're here to serve, to know that we're here to assist, and we're doing it without trying. You know, the intention is there in the subconscious, the intention is there in our soul, and we're doing it just by having a conversation, holding space, a smile. Yeah, a smile. And those are moments of abundance for us to be grateful, and maybe being grateful because you're already doing it. You are already doing it. Can you recognize you're already serving God? You're already serving the divine through that beautiful heart. Yeah? You're already serving. And flow with the divine timing. Do you see the shadow and the light, the moon and the sun, the dark and the day? You are flowing, you are going through your own shadows and illuminating your shadows. You're living it in tandem with your darkness and your light. You've healed you've healed many of your traumas, and every trauma that you hear when you create a code of healing, I truly believe that when you're sitting and talking to someone and being present, those codes are being shared to whatever they need, whatever you need as well, you receive from the other person. It's a duality, right? We are in a duality world. It's a give and receive very reciprocally. And I truly believe that when we are present, we are giving and receiving. I am receiving from you. I'm present. You are present listening. I'm present speaking, sharing. We are sharing codes right now, right? What you healed, I'm receiving. What I healed, you are receiving. We are sharing. And this is the beauty of reciprocity, the law, the universal law of reciprocity. It's happening all the time, and we need to be more acceptance of that we've been doing all our lives since we were born. We did it in a family environment, right? We did it for our siblings, we did it for our parents. And at some point we stopped learning how to receive. At some point, with all the trauma, we stopped learning how to receive because we had to protect this divine light with our heart, and we build that wall around our heart. So we stopped to receive, but we still want to give. We're still in that mission of giving. But here we are ready, okay? We are ready. We don't have to be in a perfect state of reciprocity. We just need to understand that all these moments come from every single day moment that we are present with ourselves and with others. And that level of presence is what heals us and them. Night and night on earth. I'm going to read this one a little bit just to get the insight of what the message is. I think it's important to read the book on this one. This card symbolizes the start of something new. A magical experience unfolds to allow you to move forward safely and with confidence. The path is clear and nothing can stop you now except your own negative thoughts. Let go of any old ways of thinking and trust. Your future will not be the same as the past. Life is full of possibilities. Believe it, and it shall be so. Inside you, there is a knowing that embraces all knowledge. Live through this knowing, and life will seem like an endless blessing. You deserve to be and have all that your heart desires. And this is what I think this card of perfection came to say, okay? This is the duality, dark and a night on earth, and the sun and the star. Look how yellow, how dark, how bright, how dark this is. If we are waiting for that perfect process that we can then go and become a healer, become anything that we are aiming to, we're missing out to understand that we're already doing this in every single day moment, every segment of time. Be grateful for those abundant times, and then this will drop off. Yeah, this will drop off, and we're going to start flowing with the divine timing, and divine is going to guide us where to be, how to say it, when to listen. The divine is going to work through us all the time. And this is the beauty of meditating, getting to know yourself, getting to know your blockages, getting to releasing our traumas. We open and clean our vessel. The cleaning of our vessel is not just about healthy food, exercise, hydration, but also all this traumatic baggage that we carry energetically, physically, mentally, and emotionally. All of that means cleansing the vessel to be able to be that antenna for the divine God, to be able to be that beacon of light and also the conduit of light, because a beacon of light and a conduit of light is reciprocity. Perception. The third eye. Sometimes we have those blockages in our third eye that are mainly from, programming, conditioning that we go through and we learn when we're children, and now we're trying to release it. We're trying to open up. Use your perception as your guidance of how you are assisting the world. You're going to start noticing traits and aspects in others that you fell for when you were younger, that today are becoming more clear, so you're not falling into the same patterns, into the same situations. And that level of awareness and perception is what makes you notice what other people are going through, which then ignites that wish to serve, to help. And believe that if you have gone through the healing of victimhood, for example, and you're noticing someone sitting on that energy, and in an everyday life you're just noticing and you realize what's happening, you're sitting, listening, holding space, those codes of victimhood will be shared for the other person to benefit from, but also is going to bring deeper layers of your own victimhood trauma to be seen, to be loved. So an everyday moment that we are being of that beacon of light or that conduit of light, we're never healed completely. We're always healing. We're always healing through deeper layers of the same thing. That's where the spiral comes from, right? The spiral concept of healing. We go back and forth, we go round in circles, we go back into the same situation through different lenses, different perception. And when we are sharing those healing codes and receiving, we're also receiving deeper layers, different layers that we haven't seen before. And stay open to it. Stay open, because sometimes our ego, and I've been there, thinks, oh, I've healed this. Why am I going through it again? And questioning why I'm in the same situation again. And that blocked me from seeing a different perception, a different layer of that situation that I lost the opportunity to heal until he had to come around again. And then I was able to see and thought, right, I see why it came through. I missed that. I see it now. I'm working through it. And that's when I started to realize healing is continuous. I don't like to say it's never done, because that's not a nice positive way of looking at it, but it's continuous. We're always evolving. That's the evolution with healing. We are increasing consciousness of these aspects of healing, of these perceptions, timelines, programmings, thought processes, limiting beliefs. We're breaking them all the time. We have a very busy job. We chose to have a very busy job. And here we are, we're doing that job. And having acceptance of that job, I think that helps us to keep navigating, to keep flow, to keep moving with it. And sitting and questioning, why are we going through this again, in the sense of through our ego, oh, I've healed this, I don't need this again. Or are we questioning, why are we going through this again? What else is there for me to see? Then you're going more with the flow of the divine light. Yeah? So it's the same question with different perceptions. Same questions with different perceptions. And the ego medicine. So the ego medicine is seeing things from a higher perspective. I just said the question, right? Why is this happening again? We have a choice to ask that same question through different lenses. Are we questioning the lenses through our ego? I've healed this, why is it happening again? Shouldn't be happening. Or are we questioning from the perspective and perception of what else is there for me to see, for me to evolve and raise my consciousness? Because the more we evolve and raise our consciousness, the more we start to get engaged with different collective, different stories, different perspective of stories. Have you noticed how some people drop off your life and new people come in? But have you noticed what they're carrying? It's a mirror reflection of what we're carrying. Yeah. Let's say all of a sudden we are healing through victimhood, for example. And we heal so much, right? We heal so much that lots of those people we know carrying heavy victimhood, if they haven't done the work or not seen or not aware, but we are, they'll drop off our lives. And then eventually new people come on with a different perspective of victimhood that perhaps we haven't seen and touched within ourselves, and they're here to help us see that mirror reflection with ourselves. And the role of a soul is to work through these mirrors. Sometimes one person works through that mirror and the other don't. Unfortunately, that can happen. Or sometimes the work later on after you have done the work. And we try to carry them, we try to show them, look, let's work on this mirror. We got a mirror here, a beautiful mirror. Can we work on this? And they still don't see it. So you go on and you work I used to get stuck and not work because I feel bad of working and moving on kind of thing. But now I work through the mirror, and it does ignite everyone else. The same way that if they're working on their mirror, it does ignite you. It's a matter of becoming aware, noticing, and that's the ego medicine, is seeing from this higher perspective. It's almost like seeing the interconnected lines of these collectives, working, not working, doing some of the work, doing all the work, doing a little bit of the work, and you can see these lines interconnecting all the people in the mirror reflection of everyone involved. It's quite an amazing perspective, the ego medicine. And we start to see this. We start to see this very clearly when we choose to do the work, when we choose to be of assistance. And I'm going to take one last card, an angel card. Cherubim, look to the stars, accept keys and codes of stellar wisdom. I've been talking about these codes of healing, right? The key of wisdom, the wisdom that we are unlocking within ourselves. This is something that we talk in my group, in my healing group. We go and share all these experiences that we have when we're healing, when we're assisting others. What do we see? What do we feel? What do we understand is going on when these healings are happening, when we are assisting? What knowledge is coming up for us to tap into? And I think this card is just asking you to trust and to continue with your everyday interactions, your 3D interactions, and see those as healing already. Not just other people, but you as well. You're always involved in every single interaction. You're always receiving as well, if you're open to receive. I have sat in a position of just trying to help, just trying to assist, and forgot that there was a receiving as well, and I had to open myself to that receiving. But I had to become aware of it first, yeah? And it takes a person to mirror back that to you, for you to learn, for you to see. So I'm always accepting the mirrors around me, the healing that other people are doing, and sharing as well. I'm always aware and open. And the more we open, the more we are in this intricate geographic design of this flow with the divine timing. Only the divine can get the synchronicities and the signs all in the perfect timing. Yeah, perfect timing. Just a little story, a quick one. It's summer here where I live, and of course little butterflies are coming out, all different colors. Little ones are not very big yet, beginning of the summer season. And every time I've told myself, I've noticed something, I told myself, Robbie, accept, Robbie, release, Robbie, receive. Every time I reminded myself to do one of those things like this, I'm healing on the go, I say it. A situation is happening, I'm noticing something, I'm becoming aware, and I go, I think you're being asked to receive, Robbie. Receive. Robbie, you're being asked to give compassion. And I step into compassion. I ask myself, why am I being asked in this situation? I listen, and then I try to follow through. It's not always perfect, and it not always happens, but when it does happen, in the last few days, a white butterfly just flew by very next to me. And I noticed it about 4 to 5, 6 times. And then the last time I thought, every time I've done this, a white butterfly flew over. And then I justify that, well, but it's butterflies, and they're always going to be flying. Okay, but then my other side of the brain said, but it's the timing of it. It's the synchronistic timing of it, because I didn't see butterflies in any other time. Didn't catch my attention any other time. So there you go. There was the flow right? The desire to serve and the flow of the divine working with you. Working with you. Pay attention to those signs, the synchronicities. Give abundance to it. How can we give abundance to it? Being grateful. Being grateful, recognizing that they are happening every day. Every day. Yeah, accepting these codes of healing, not just from the stars, but from other people. From every person you interact with, you are exchanging these codes of healing. You don't know what they are. You don't need to know what they are. Or you might know what they are. But be open. Set the intention to be open to receive. Because it's happening. And it's a beautiful thing. And I thank you so much for being here. Just a quick, my Oracle book. It's a book about, again, everyday life experience where we simply just sometimes go on automatic, and this book turns it into a more multidimensional aspect. The stories are very relatable from feedback from other readers, and it's a book for you to just open at any page. Look at that. Being on the receiving. Oh my God. Yeah, synchronistically. Being on the receiving. Okay. And yeah, it's 2-minute chapters, and it's like an oracle book, right? Just open when you feel guided to. I also hold healing sessions, private, one-to-one, and also groups. If you're interested, send me a message and I'll get in touch with you. And this is what we talk about. We talk about these aspects. We share our stories, we share our experiences, and we learn so much from each other. It's a very reciprocal group, and I hope to see you there. Thank you.